In this brief video, I will introduce to you what Math 100 Liberal Arts Mathematics is all about. Okay, this course is not being offered for a long time yet at College of the Canyons, although in some other community colleges, this class has been offered for a long time. And in fact, some other colleges don't even have a course like this. Rather new class, but I want you to know what you will be learning throughout this course. And so let me just show you by slide presentation what Math 100 is all about. Okay, so let me share my screen so you can see the slides. All right, so this is your home page of the Canvas shell for this course. And if you go to the first module, you will see the this link, what is Math 100 PowerPoint. Okay, if you click on that, you can see what this course is all about. I'm going to use these slides, the PowerPoint slides, to explain to you what liberal arts mathematics is, what it is for, who is it for, and how should you learn this. Okay, all right, so again, this is a rather new class. Who should be taking this class? Do you belong to this class? Do you belong in this class? And the answer is probably yes. Okay, since you have signed up for this, maybe you have heard from other people, maybe your advisor or counselor or coach has recommended this class. I think this class is a perfect one for you. All right, but let me just make sure so that I don't want to waste your time after the semester is over. I don't want you to say, hey, I didn't need this class. Okay, so the mathematics requirement or placement depends on the pathway. Okay, what are you studying? If you are a science or calculus or math or computer science student, you probably will not be in this class because the STEM majors, this is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These are typical science and the math majors. They typically go to trigonometry or pre-calculus or calculus to start their college career. Business students often start with college algebra or business statistics. Those are the courses that they will need for their program. Then some other non-STEM, non-business, non-STEM students will require statistics. Okay, if you're a social science major, if you're a psychology major, you probably have to take a statistics class, and this particular class, Math 100, is probably not for you. So who is Math 100 for? Well, it's for all others. Okay, so if you are majoring in liberal arts, majors such as photography or English, literature, language, theater, and so on. If your program does not require calculus, college algebra, or statistics, then this class will be a good one for you because most likely you are a liberal arts major or a humanities major, and this class targets these practical applications of mathematics in everyday life. All these courses are, by the way, UC and CSU transferable, and so you can go into UC or CSU schools, and they will, under our agreement, take this credit for 3 units for liberal arts mathematics. So who should not be taking this class? If you're a STEM, science or math student or engineering student, if you're a sociology, psychology, business, economics, or kinesiology, or whoever will have to take statistics, then you probably should take statistics math 140, which is a 5-unit class. And then nursing students, because they probably have to take science classes, you probably want to see your counselors if you're a nursing student. Most other non-STEM students can and should take Math 100. Paralegal, philosophy, art, music, languages, English, philosophy, theater, history, and so on. Okay, new course sequence. So this is as of fall of 2019 when our curriculum drastically changed, partly because of the new state law called AB, Assembly Bill 705. You may have heard of that. Everybody gets placed into a transfer level math course with or without co-requisite. Non-STEM students, of which you probably are one, will be taking either liberal arts math or Math 140 statistics with or without support. That's what that assessment or placement process will tell you. If you're a business student, typically you take Math 103 and then go into business calculus. If you're a STEM student, you probably go to trig, pre-calculus, and calculus, as I said before. Okay, so what is this course all about? This is only just 3 units that I have to get done. Yeah, I just have to get over with, right? I mean, like, nobody likes math and I just have to get this over with. Well, okay, that's true. But meanwhile, this class, again, is designed to meet the needs of liberal arts students. So this is what we'll be studying: logic and fallacies. That's where we start in chapter 1. And then more generally, problem-solving strategies. We'll do practical units, convergence, percentages and numbers, sort of, the arithmetic applications of mathematics. And then we go into finance. And we'll talk about savings and loans and mortgages. This will save you, maybe in your lifetime, hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is a good deal. You probably paid for 3 units to take this course, and I'm telling you, if you learn this chapter 3 correctly, you may end up saving tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars in your lifetime. Okay, so pay close attention. Then you have risks, odds, and probabilities, statistics, exponential growth, math and the fine arts, particularly music and art, how mathematical principles are used in music and art, and then math and politics. We'll talk about voting and representation and things like apportionment in the House of Representatives. The theme for this course is this: don't be fooled. Okay, so throughout the course, I hope you will hear this from your instructor. Don't be fooled by numbers, by statistics. Don't be fooled by faulty logics and fallacies. Don't be fooled by deceptive uses of percentages, because people will manipulate numbers when they present numbers, knowing that most people are not very good at math, right? So don't be fooled by these people who try to manipulate figures. Don't be fooled by very large and very small numbers. You should have a sense of how big or how small certain numbers are. Loans that sound too good to be true, or some statistical studies. This is really important, especially, given all the things that we have recently had in the COVID-19 pandemic and so on. What is true? What is statistically significant? What is the data actually showing? That kind of things. Exponential growth, which is also crucial and timely, and then numbers in politics. Right? So be wise, both quantitatively and logically. That's really the theme of this course. So the point is, I want you to be wise, okay? And after you successfully finish this course, I hope you'll be a wiser and a better citizen of this society. How are we going to learn in Math 100? Okay, so the textbook is free, and you should be reading the book, and then you should watch the videos, and then the lecture, PowerPoint handbooks, handouts, and so on. And but really, most of all, pay close attention to your lecture, whether it's face-to-face or on PowerPoint or on your videos. Right? Lecture videos are like attending classes. So, and then make sure you do your homework. Okay. Now your answer key is provided, but that doesn't mean that you should just copy the answers. Right? Try to struggle to do this homework, because from those struggles, you will learn a lot. And that's what counts when it comes to your exams. Right? Points will be given for participation. And basically, this is your worksheet. Every lesson comes with a worksheet. So you should turn in a worksheet, an online worksheet for every lesson you study. And then we'll have 3 tests. And of course, you have your homework for each chapter. And then you have a course project. And then finally, you have a comprehensive final exam. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, please write me or contact me, and I will try my best to answer your questions before we start in this class. All right. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.